The highly anticipated heavyweight clash between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois on August 26, 2023 in Wrocław, Poland, delivered a gripping blend of skill, power, and controversy that had the boxing world buzzing. Usyk, the reigning WBA Super, IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight champion, entered the ring as the heavy favorite. Undefeated and widely regarded as one of the most technically gifted fighters in the sport, Usyk was expected to outclass his younger opponent. Across the ring stood Daniel Dubois, a dangerous puncher with something to prove, a chance to shock the world and dethrone one of boxing's modern greats. From the opening bell, the clash of styles was immediately apparent. Usyk's masterful footwork, southpaw angles, and ring IQ contrasted sharply with Dubois' raw power and aggressive intent. The atmosphere inside the Tarczynski arena was electric, with fans from both camps roaring in anticipation. It was clear early on that this wasn't just another title defense, it was a career-defining moment for both men. Usyk took control of the opening rounds, using his slick movement and pinpoint jab to dictate the pace. He effortlessly glided around the ring, landing quick combinations and making Dubois miss. His superior timing and accuracy allowed him to rack up points, keeping Dubois at bay while minimizing the risk of absorbing one of the challenger's signature bombs. Still, Dubois remained patient. He showed more discipline than in previous bouts, resisting the urge to charge in recklessly. Instead, he tried to methodically cut off the ring, searching for an opening that could swing the fight in his favor. The early rounds unfolded like a high-stakes chess match. Usyk's experience and technical mastery were on full display as he built an early lead on the scorecards, but Dubois' sheer power kept the fight tense and unpredictable. Every time he got close or landed a glancing blow, the crowd gasped, aware that one clean shot could change everything. As the fight progressed into the middle rounds, Dubois began to find some success. He made adjustments, began timing Usyk's movement better, and committed to a sustained body attack. The British challenger focused on slowing the champion's footwork, targeting the midsection with heavy shots designed to sap Usyk's energy. And for a brief stretch, it worked. Dubois started landing more meaningful punches, and Usyk appeared momentarily uncomfortable under the increasing pressure. The momentum began to shift. Usyk was forced to spend more time moving defensively and exchanging at closer range. Dubois' persistence was beginning to pay off. Every thudding body shot drew reactions from the crowd, signaling that the underdog was turning the tide. But just as Dubois looked to be gaining ground, the fight took a dramatic and controversial turn, one that would divide fans, pundits, and the boxing world at large, casting a shadow over what had been a masterful display of boxing skill, grit, and championship heart. The most controversial moment of the Usyk versus Dubois bout came in the fifth round, a turning point that would spark heated debate and potentially alter the trajectory of both fighters' careers. As the round unfolded, Dubois landed a thunderous body shot that dropped Usyk to the canvas in clear pain. Dubois's corner erupted in celebration, believing they had just scored a knockdown that could change everything. But the referee quickly ruled the punch a low blow, halting the action and giving Usyk an extended recovery period of nearly 4 minutes. The decision ignited immediate controversy. Replays showed the punch landing on the belt line, borderline at best, leaving the legality of the shot open to interpretation. Dubois and his team were furious, insisting it was a legitimate body shot that should have been ruled a knockdown. They argued that the call had robbed them of a clear path to victory. On the other side, Usyk's corner stood firm, maintaining that their fighter had been fouled and deserved the time to recover. The lengthy break proved crucial. Usyk was able to regroup and, when the fight resumed, he looked composed and focused, turning what could have been a fight-ending moment into a mere bump in the road. That controversial fifth round would dominate post-fight discussions, casting a shadow over what had otherwise been a thrilling contest. Following the incident, Usyk showcased exactly why he's considered one of the sport's pound-for-pound best. In the championship rounds, he elevated his game, increasing his output while maintaining slick defensive movement. His jab grew sharper, his combinations more precise, and he continuously shifted angles, making it nearly impossible for Dubois to plant his feet and unleash his power. Dubois remained dangerous, but his frustration began to show. Usyk's superior conditioning, ring IQ, and experience at the elite level became more evident with each passing round. The momentum had clearly shifted. As Usyk pulled away on the scorecards, the crowd sensed the inevitable. The earlier controversy may have tilted the course of the fight, but in the end, Usyk's championship resolve and technical brilliance reaffirmed his status as one of the best in the world. The atmosphere in the Tarzinski Arena was electric as the fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois reached its later rounds. Usyk's supporters roared with every precise combination he landed, while Dubois' fans shouted encouragement, hoping for the one explosive punch that could shift the momentum. As the fight wore on, it became increasingly clear that Dubois would need something spectacular to overcome Usyk's growing control, setting the stage for a dramatic conclusion to what had already become an unforgettable heavyweight title bout. That conclusion came in the 9th round, after gradually dismantling Dubois with speed, movement, and ring IQ. Usyk finally broke through. A crisp series of punches culminated in a perfectly timed, straight left that sent Dubois crashing to the canvas. Though the British challenger showed immense heart by beating the count, Usyk wasn't about to let him off the hook. Sensing the end, the Ukrainian champion unleashed a furious flurry, leaving the referee with no choice but to step in and wave off the contest. Usyk had secured a 9th-round TKO victory, another successful defense of his unified heavyweight titles. The stoppage, while a testament to Usyk's brilliance, was met with mixed reactions. Many observers couldn't shake the memory of the 5th-round controversy when Dubois dropped Usyk with a powerful body shot that was ruled a low blow. Had that moment been scored a knockdown instead, the course of the fight, and possibly the outcome, could have been very different. Still, Usyk's dominance in the later rounds was undeniable. He adjusted, took control, and finished like a true champion. As Usyk celebrated, adding another chapter to his growing legacy as one of the modern era's great heavyweights, Dubois was left to reckon with what might have been. The post-fight scenes captured the emotional extremes of the sport. Elation on one side, heartbreak on the other. Dubois, having suffered the second defeat of his career, was visibly devastated. And yet, his performance, especially his mid-fight resurgence, earned him new respect across the boxing world. In the aftermath, both fighters conducted themselves with class during their interviews. Usyk, ever the consummate sportsman, praised Dubois for his power and toughness, but firmly backed the referee's low-blow ruling. He emphasized that he simply followed the rules and that such decisions, right or wrong, are part of the sport. Dubois, in contrast, could barely hide his disappointment. His team remained adamant that they had been denied a fair opportunity to capitalize on what they believed was a legitimate body shot that could have changed the fight. The controversial call ignited fierce debate among fans, fighters, and pundits. Beyond the outcome, the fight raised important questions about officiating standards and the need for clearer, more consistent rule enforcement in a global sport where interpretations can vary depending on the jurisdiction. The replay angles offered no definitive answer, but they ensured that the 5th-round moment would remain one of the most talked-about sequences in recent heavyweight history. Despite the loss, Dubois emerged from the fight with his reputation enhanced. He proved that he could push one of the pound-for-pound best, demonstrating power, composure, and a clear improvement in ring maturity. For Usyk, the victory solidified his place at the top of the heavyweight division and showed once again why he's considered a master of the sport's finer details. His ability to adapt under pressure, recover from adversity, and finish fights emphatically was on full display. But the fight's legacy extends beyond just these two men. It touched on several broader themes in modern boxing. The enduring contrast between slick technicians and destructive punchers, the global nature of title bouts, and the emotional weight of controversial rulings. With a Ukrainian champion defending his belts in Poland against a British challenger, the event highlighted how international and interconnected the sport has become. Ultimately, whether one views Usyk's win as a straightforward triumph or a result clouded by officiating, there's no denying that the bout was a major moment in heavyweight boxing. It was a battle between two elite athletes at different points in their careers. Usyk, the seasoned champion; Dubois, the rising contender, still seeking greatness. Both showed why they belonged on that stage. The drama of the disputed low blow ensured that this fight would be remembered not just for its result, but for the questions it left behind. It added another layer of intrigue to an already fascinating heavyweight landscape. As both men move forward, their first meeting will stand as a defining moment, one that captured everything fans love and hate about boxing: skill, courage, controversy, and the relentless search for glory.